G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Budget Off-Road Touring. So I've been lucky enough to be sent the new Hima roof rack platform for the D-Max. So in today's episode, Loz and I are going to be installing it, showing obviously how to put it on, how we've removed our current setup, and yeah, just a quick little step-by-step guide. And then in the next video we'll go through our thoughts and reviews and be able to test it out on a next trip. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get on to installing.
As you saw in the beginning, this platform comes in two boxes, one really big one, one long skinny one. The first box just has the platform itself and the instructions. Make sure you do not throw out the instructions, we very nearly did. And then the second box just has the brackets and the backbones and all the nuts and bolts. So also a very important box, but yeah.
So obviously before we can put the new roof system on, we've got to get rid of everything else. So to get started, we'll obviously take the solar panel and the awning off, then figure out what we're doing with these actual roof rails that we've got. And then hopefully after we play around and work out where we want everything, the solar panel and awning will come straight back on anyway. But it gives us a chance to reorganize and play around with our roof space. So yeah, to get started, we'll just take these ones off. Now we've got the old roof rails off. The D-Max is looking pretty naked without anything up here, but fortunately they don't last long. So that's all off. Let's start the actual install process. So on the D-Max there's this weather strip, I guess, that's been on the car since brand new, because our roof rails that we did have clamped onto the door just here. So once you strip that seal back, there's 4 holes, 2 at each end, where it's already threaded for you to mount straight into it. So the Hima roof platform is designed, this one particularly is designed for the D-Max. They've got a few on there for different cars. So the brackets are obviously vehicle dependent, and it just goes straight into those, back into those holes. Backbone system bolts onto the brackets, platform goes straight back on, nice and easy.
So if you've got a D-Max and you take it off the strip and you think, oh my god, I don't have holes, don't stress. You'll see these little raised bits. It's just a bit of body filler. If you get a flathead screwdriver, turn it around a bit, you'll actually see the little divot hole where you've got the thread down below. So don't turn it around too much because you don't want to ruin that thread, but they are just in these little holes. Alright, so once you've revealed where the holes are, we've got the brackets with the hex screws on it. So we've got a rubber washer as well, which is going to go on the other side, and then you've just got your normal washer, spring washer, and your hex screw that goes through. And then you're just going to put them straight in with an Allen key.
So the next step, after you've got the brackets mounted and we've just thrown those rubber seals back on, hopefully they look alright, but we'll see how that goes once they dry, is putting the backbone system onto the actual platform. So according to the instructions, it's easier to put this on first. So all it is you got a sliding nut and then obviously a bolt, spring washer, and normal washer. You slide the sliding nut into place in the channel, flick it around, and then just do it up. So hopefully, guesswork is our best friend. Hopefully we've lined it up right to use. You've got two options, two measurement options. on each end. So we've just gone on the front ones. Hopefully that's right, we'll soon find out. If not, we'll have to swing it to the back one. But yeah, then it's done up. Obviously tighten up with a spanner, and then we're good to go. So it's important when you're doing these, do not tighten all at once. Make sure everything's just finger tight. That way when you put it on, you can make slight adjustments. We figured that when we did the backbone, we did that too tight, so then had to go back through, undo, maneuver it, tap it around just to get it center. And then same goes for the backbone to the brackets. So just leave everything finger tight, put it on, get it where you want it to be, and then tighten it at the end. So now that we've got the actual rack all mounted, it's time to wire in that light bar that's at the top. So what we're going to do is, so that it's connected to the high beams and the spotlights, so it'll just be the flick, turn the high beams off, everything goes off at once, keep it completely legal. We're going to tap it into the current wiring that we've got for the spotlights. So obviously we've got to mount the wiring down to bring it from the roof in. But yeah, it shouldn't be a massive job. The hardest part is just figuring out how we're going to get the wiring from the roof into the car.
So we researched a few different ways to wire the light bar in from the roof into the car, and we found that along the windscreen was one of the easiest and most common ways to do so. So using 7mm conduit and a bit of silicone, we stuck the conduit down in the gap between the windscreen and the pillar, and this way it holds it in nice and snug and pretty neat too. So we'll give our thoughts and reviews on this in our upcoming video.
So that brings us to the end of our install video, the said Hima roof rack platform. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, it's not too bad, a few steps. I think the longest part was actually getting the old stuff off. But all in all, looks pretty good. So be sure to check out our first impressions and review video in a future trip. And yeah, so until next time, don't forget to enjoy the great outdoors.